What is going on, everybody? It's Neil with Sapony Creek Outdoors. Before we get started today, go ahead and hit that like button on this video and go right next over there and hit that subscribe button so that you don't want to miss any other videos from us today or this season. So we're down here, as you can see behind me. Got the river back here behind us. It is our annual hunting trip. You'll hear me talk about a little bit more about that later in the video, but we come down here every year, typically. Last year we didn't make it because a hurricane came through, and we did not want to come down here and be rained on for every day and just be miserable, so we opted not to do it. We had pulled permits to do it, but we didn't come. But we talked to some other hunters. They said the hunting was not worth 2 cents last year anyway, no movement, so we made the right decision. So we're down here through Saturday, and today is Thursday. We got down yesterday, did our scout and put our stands up, and ready to roll and hunted this morning. But right now it is hot. It's probably going to be 80 degrees again, at least in the 70s, and at least it's breezy right now. It don't feel as bad as yesterday did yet. Mosquitoes are terrible. They will eat you alive, and you can't even move vegetation because they just come out like a swarm of bees. But anyway, when we get back to camp, I'll film a little bit of the campsite again, kind of like I did last year or the 2 years ago, and let you guys see that. And same setup, honestly, but we enjoy it. So we eat like kings while we're out here, so I'll definitely get some footage of some cooking this time too, so you can see how we do it. We ain't no beanie weenies and nabs and stuff like that and ham sandwiches. We ain't those kind of guys. We are meat eaters, and we do it right. So stay tuned and I'll show you guys what we're talking about.
I'm having a bad hair day.
Show me.
No.
You got fire starter.
The fire whisperer.
Well, what's going on, everybody? I'm gonna try to do this as quietly as I can. It is Thursday, November the 9th, 2023. But we are right here when it's supposed to be the peak of the RUT. We passed a lot of dead deer on the highway coming here. I'm in a beautiful spot. If you watched my other video from 2021, I shot a pretty 7-pointer in here. I'm in the same spot, not the same tree. I actually opted to come a little bit closer, and I'm so glad I did because I can see so much better in here. So if a deer comes through here within 100 yards, I should have a shot. If he comes across, if he moves in front of me from the river. But anyway, I'm gonna get my stuff in. It's about 6:30 in the morning. We got in here when it was still dark and breaking light, and there are a lot of people hunting this track. And as people stir and they start getting up and down and moving in and out of camp, I'm expecting them to bump deer. And we were under the impression that only 10 people could hunt this track at a time. But we have since found out it's double that. We were told by a game warden it's 20 that can be approved in here. So that's a lot of people. It's a lot of land, but everybody fights for the same pieces because of easier access. I'm 1 mile from camp, so it's a haul back in here, but it's worth it to me, just for the location. little spike, a little cowhorn buck, and it walked over. It was doing something over there. I didn't see it making a scrape, but it stood there for a while like it was. Yep. Well, good sign that there's definitely a doe in heat in here. Cause that little spike buck, I was sitting here and I heard crashing, looked to my right, a doe jumped out in front of me, and ended up another doe was with it, and that little spike buck come running through here chasing him, literally ran him across the swamp. So that's a good sign that there's does in here that are probably hot. On a side note, congratulations to my buddy Derek that you've seen on some of my videos turkey hunting. He set out this year to do two things. He wanted to kill a buck with his bow. He started bow hunting this year. He killed a buck with a bow, a nice buck with a bow. In velvet, the velvet had already started coming off, but it's beautiful deer, very high rack, tight rack. But he then set out to kill one with a black powder muzzle loader, that old flintlock muzzle loader. I had to stop there because I could have sworn I heard something walking. But he messaged me this morning, sent me pictures. He got it done this morning. He shot his first deer with black powder. So, I mean, an old school flintlock. That's an accomplishment. So, congratulations, Derek.
If I could eat this good all the time, I'd never go back home. Just saying.
Backstrap potatoes, onions, and mushrooms. Stay cooked over the fire. Extinguisher. If I get it done on game lands, on public North Carolina land, and I kill a stud, I want you to remember this. I want some money. It is 6:51. I just got in the stand. Got all my stuff hooked up, sat down, started looking around. I had just put my gloves on, heard walking behind me. Turned around and it's a stud of a little buck. Like an 8-pointer at least. Pretty buck, I say a stud, he looked pretty to me. He came right behind me. I had to stand up, turn around. I have not done an opening intro for this hunt or nothing. My hands are tingling right now. I mean, as in like buzzing. I'm a mile from camp. My boys are not gonna be happy with me. My boys are not gonna be happy with me because we're supposed to leave today, and I told them I was coming back here. He's laying on the ground right there. When I shot him, I was scared he was gonna get my wind because he come right behind me, was going downwind. And he was right there at 40 yards. 40 yards. I don't know what he is. I'm just being real with y'all. I felt so optimistic about coming in here this morning. This is my last morning, the last day. We're gonna pack up camp and leave today. I wasn't disheartened. We have had a great time. We have had a blast. Unreal. Well, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this camera off, put everything back up, climb on down, and I'm gonna probably have to unhook everything and get this stand back to camp, and then come back, and then figure something out by getting him out of here. But he looked pretty from what I could tell. He's laying right there. As soon as I hit him, he locked up, hit the ground. I know the camera didn't pick much of it up. But he just kind of scuffled around for a minute and ran into a dead tree over there, and he's laying right beside it. He's right there. Alright, y'all. I want y'all to be here with me. I'm gonna walk up on this deer because I just know he looked like a good buck. And I have no idea what he is. He looks good to me so far. Look at the mass on that rascal. Would you look at the mass? Oh Lord. We are that wide. But my God, he's pretty. Alright guys, so this will conclude the 2023 river hunting trip here in North Carolina. Got a beautiful 8-point buck, lots of mass, dark chocolate horn. Again, not a super wide deer, but a trophy out here. Just stoked. It's starting to rain, so I have to wrap this up so that my camera equipment doesn't get messed up. But like I said, my boys probably ain't gonna be happy with me because I got to figure out a way to get him out of here. And you know, but I'm stoked. That's what I come out here for, was camaraderie with friends, and getting some good quality hunting. And that's what we did this week. The hunting wasn't, you know, hitting on a whole lot. I saw that one cow horn I got on camera, a couple of does. Nothing yesterday. Nothing that afternoon after that first morning. And like I say, that cold front got them on their feet today. So the old trusty 30-06 put them down, thankfully. He didn't run anywhere. I literally shot him here. He crashed here in front. So thank you guys so much for tuning in every year for these hunts, and thank you for subscribing to the channel. So go ahead and do that. If you like the video, if you like what we put together, hit that like button for the video, comment on it, because that helps us get into the YouTube algorithms. The more comments back and forth on it, and but if you go ahead and subscribe, that helps us out as well. So do that. I'm gonna go break the news. I'm gonna take my stand and stuff on back to camp, and then I'll come back and get him. So man, I'm stoked.